morning to you. I'm glad you're able to join us this morning. We will, of course, keep you completely up to date with the situation in KwaZulu-Natal and get as many views for you as we can as well. Well, residents of Umzinyathi in Inanda are mourning the loss of 10 people who presumably died during the torrential rains over the past week. Newzroom Afrika's Karinda Jagmohan is on the ground for us there. Karinda, good afternoon. Good morning to you. What's happened there?
Devastating scenes here in Umzinyathi, Stephen. My colleague Spawn Gobande will show you behind me. You can see for yourself how torrential rain caused flooding down this hill and washed away several structures, including that of the Umdlalose family, where we understand 10 people had died. Now, we're standing away so you can see the extent of the damage, and on one of those platforms was the house where the Umdlaloses were. There were 10 people inside that structure when it totally collapsed beneath the might of the rain and flooded. Now, Stephen, 4 bodies have been found thus far, while the family is still searching for 6 others. And I'm standing with the local councillor here of Ward 108, Councillor O'Brien Abashe, and he was chatting to us earlier, extremely emotional. Councillor, thank you for your time. I think first, if you can describe for us that while the incident happened here, Councillor, where were the bodies found? In what state were the bodies found, Councillor?
Morning to your viewers. I'm at Polam Loshi where the incident took place. As you can see where the house was, you can see the steps there. When the water came down, they washed the house where the 10 people, family members were. But when the search began, bodies were not found in this area. They were found about a kilometer away from the house in a river called Umzinyathi. That's where the 4 bodies were found. We're still searching for the 6. Rescuers are always in the area trying to find the dead bodies, but up until today, only 4 have been discovered.
In what state were the bodies, Councillor, you mentioned earlier?
Oh, terrible, terrible. It was hard, you know. Bodies were found in a very bad state. But yeah, that's how it was.
Councillor, you were telling me that this is not the only family impacted. People have been coming to your door. What have they been saying?
Well, people, you know, the people who are coming to my house, they've lost everything, you know. They've lost their houses, they've lost their relatives, they've lost everything. They've lost clothes, they've lost IDs, they've lost everything. They've got nowhere to stay. Yeah.
Councillor, you have witnessed the floods of 1987. Can you compare what has happened then to what has happened now?
Yeah, I was there in 1987. Yes, we cried because we said that was worse. But this one lasted for 4 days. But, you know, if it was to last another day, I think everyone was going to have a problem. Everybody would have been died. Yeah.
What do the residents of Umzinyathi need at this point?
I would say we need a piece of land. We need a bigger piece of land that actually can accommodate maybe even 1,000. Because at the moment, the people that are in a crash, how long will they be there? Where are you going to build houses for them? That's a question that is facing me, which I have to answer to the community, because as they are there, they need help from the councillor.
Absolutely. Yeah. Councillor O'Brien Abashe speaking to us about the needs of the community right now, Stephen, and that's what we hear on the ground, that while relief aid is fortunately and thankfully coming through to those stuck without water, electricity to make food, basic relief aid, ultimately what people here at Quarry Road, where we were yesterday, are asking for is better land, better infrastructure to prevent from this happening. This happened in April 2019 and October 2017, and we've just been talking about climate change and the consequences of this, where people who are living on structures like this, Stephen, if we are yet to see another natural disaster that we have been seeing, may not survive. These structures, some of them are brick structures, some are iron structures, and the way that they are located on this hill, you can imagine that if there's another flood, the water coming down, would further cause extensive damage. Already 10 people presumably died. And Stephen, again, a reminder that the bodies of 4 people were not found here where the initial structure was. They were found at least a kilometer down. And as we came here, the roads are completely destroyed, almost forming into a river itself. We saw a truck inside a river, houses completely washed away, and fears that more bodies could be found within the chaos that is here around Umzinyathi in Inanda. Stephen.
Karinda, Jagmohan, thank you very much indeed for that live update on that situation in that community. So many people dealing with so much this Sunday morning. Meanwhile,